Hello, my name is Ryan Frankel, and today I'm here to talk to you about the relationship between politics and social media. Throughout the years, I've seen such a change in politics and social media in the way people believe in politics and communicate about them. For my issue questions, I narrowed it down to 4. The first one is, how have your political views changed from social media? The second one was, has social media educated you more politically? The third one is, have you ever posted on social media? And the last one is, well, has social media really made you a better voter or not? For the quantitative part of my research, I used the microbit. When I did this, I came up with 2 scenarios. One scenario was, as you can see below, where social media would have a bigger influence over politics, and the other one where politics would have a bigger influence over social media. Now this is a hard one to judge, but I believe it has a lot of underlying answers when the question is answered. And the outcome was that social media does have a bigger influence over politics than politics do over social media. When doing my qualitative research, I had to consistently refine my issue questions and change them so that they would better answer and lead to issues related to this. I also had to find a very diverse group of people to interview so my answers wouldn't be biased. So for this, I decided to interview a couple older people, a couple younger people, as well as politically interested people and not people who aren't interested in politics. So I would have a broad base of understanding of a wide range of people. Another part of my qualitative research consisted of finding the right answers, the best answers that had the most quality, and creating an affinity diagram. After running my quantitative data and looking into the research, I found that 62% of the time social media has a bigger influence over politics, and only 38% of the time does politics have a bigger influence over social media. So what this is telling me is that this may derive from a couple things. The fact that social media is a platform for political people to express their feelings about politics, and also that with the wide array of stuff going on social media, politics is only one part of that. So it's hard to really make an impact when people can look at sports or other things that they're interested in besides politics. Even though politicians and people like Donald Trump like to get really hyped up on social media about politics, it really doesn't make a difference in the fact that social media has a much bigger influence over politics in the end of the day. For my qualitative data and issue questions, to better easily explain my findings, I came up with an affinity diagram. Here I have social media has impacted you, and to a scale where social media has not impacted you. I have socially isolates you, and then down a scale to where it expands you. So where are people on that scale out of my interviews? Some I found were quotes like, I follow politicians, I tweet about politics all the time. Some people were like, I don't follow politicians, and if I do, it's like all I see is like the same stuff over and over. And that kind of leads us to over here where isolate and user data, and how Facebook has used user data to reinforce people's feed with what they like. So this can reinforce viewpoints, and one person said, I only see Republican news on my feed. And then going over here to expand, this is more info available, people believe, and they believe that by seeing more stuff, it really has made them a better voter. And to tie this all up, isolate and no impact have a strong correlation between each other, if you were able to see that, and the same with impact and expand. So finding out that in my quantitative data that social media had a bigger influence on politics than politics had on social media really led me to not just answer that question, but a lot more questions about why that is, and that led me gave me a lot of insight further into my qualitative data, finding that it's mainly just about how you use Facebook or Instagram or these social media accounts. You have the option to do what you want with them. Facebook does use user data, but that doesn't limit you from seeing what you want to see. It may make you have to go out and find it, but that's never stopped us humans before, and I don't think it will in the future. So out of this all, I think it's up to each and every one of us to use social media right and use it as a tool to make us more politically educated and better voters. Thank you very much for your time, and I really enjoyed this class. Have a good day.